Alrighty, folks, tomorrow is the big day for lots and lots of Thomas and Friends fans out there all over the world. And for me too. That yeah, so tomorrow will be a big day as Stanley is coming out tomorrow. Although you can still pre-order him right now, I think. I think you can still pre-order him, I don't know. If not, then yeah, he should definitely be getting released tomorrow. So yeah, that's gonna be cool. And and some other and I think I just got word too that I think the open carriage blue, the one that Steven the Rocket pulls, I think that one's coming out tomorrow too, I believe. I'm not sure. If I had to remember, I think they're bringing that one out tomorrow too for release as a last minute thing. I don't know. And then tomorrow too, you got the N scale Emily's passenger set, and yeah. So since I talked about two before, guys, like all like the HO scale and O scale items of Thomas and Friends that I do not have that do count in those HO and O scale collections of Thomas and Friends, and both those scales are the discontinued and the currently on sale and the ones coming out in the future. But for Lionel, it's a little bit different because I don't know if Lionel would make any more Thomas product in O scale. I hope they do because them making a Henry, Edward, and like Diesel, Emily, and like some other box cards that I put out there on my list that they should make. It'd be cool if they did make some more. And what else? So yeah, and then there are Thomas items too in HO scale and O scale. Oh, what I mean by HO scale is Bachmann. So yeah, so Bachmann HO scale and O scale. So Lionel, since you guys know that, so yeah, so there's also some Thomas items in Bachmann HO scale and Lionel O scale as well that do not count, as I pretty much already have the item similar to it, or if it's like a remake though, that those ones do not count. So why basically get the same thing that I already have? And then then the N scale and the HO narrow gauge, I will be starting to collect soon though. And yeah, that's gonna be lots and lots of fun. And yeah, that'll be the goal too, to find all the items too in N scale of Thomas and Friends Bachmann, and same thing with the HO narrow gauge of Thomas and Friends, of the whole entire Scarlowi collection and all of them, like Reneus, Peter, Sam, you name them, all of them. Yeah, all of the ones right here, every single one of these. So, oh yeah, I think the camera missed that one too. Yeah, that one too. So yeah, so besides collecting all that, yeah, so yeah, you guys already know that what I also collect in HO scale are not related Thomas trains, and I also collect related, or no, I also collect not related Thomas trains in HO scale as well. I do not collect the Thomas items that do not count, and I do not collect the Chuggerton items in HO scale as well. In O scale, I only collect the Thomas items that I do not yet have, and I do not collect any not related Thomas items in O scale, except I'm trying to find this one Amtrak 2-pack set with the Amfleet Coach and Amfleet Cafe car, so I can match it with my other Amfleet cars that my dad got me years ago. So yeah, that's the only not related Thomas item I'm trying to find, is that one. That's the only one. And as for and Chuggerton, I will not collect either in O scale, and also I will not I will also not collect any not related Thomas. Or no, I will not also collect Thomas Lionel O scale trains that do not count, as I already pretty much somewhat have them though, which you guys already know what I mean by that. And yeah, as for the Hornby Thomas collection, the only Hornby Thomas characters I'll be collecting yeah, only Hornby Thomas characters I'll be collecting are, yeah, the only Hornby Thomas characters I will be collecting out of the entire Hornby Thomas collection will be the characters that were only made by Hornby, but never ever by Bachmann. Yeah, that I may or may not collect those ones that Hornby only made and not Bachmann. That I may or may not collect. It still remains a note to this day. But however, if Bachmann ends up making those characters that Hornby only made and Bachmann never did in the past, that Bachmann making those characters like Dart, Stephanie, Murdoch, and even though Stephanie and Murdoch haven't been seen in the Thomas and Friends series in ages, that I think, in my opinion, it would definitely do me good, and it would definitely be a big help. So in that way, yeah, if Bachmann makes all those characters, and there are other characters out there too that Hornby also made that Bachmann never made. That Bachmann making those ones too that only Hornby made, and they never did Bachmann. That would be a bigger help too if Bachmann can make all the characters that only Hornby made, and Bachmann never did in the past. Like Bachmann doing that, making those characters would be a big help. Like Dart, Stephanie, Murdoch. Let me name a couple others. Old Slow Coach and Spencer Special Break Coach. Like those would be a big help. So then that way I do not have to collect the Hornby collection of all of Thomas and Friends. So in that way I don't have to collect the Hornby collection of Thomas and Friends. That'll be a big help right there. But if Bachmann never makes those characters at all, then what else? Yeah, if Bachmann never makes those characters or items in the past, then me possibly collecting the Hornby characters of only the ones that were only made in Hornby and never by Bachmann. That's still going to remain a note, as I may or may not collect them, which I'll still probably be undecided and all that. But who knows how I can go with that. And yeah, also too, guys, yeah, the Z scale, since the Z scale is a lot smaller than N scale, I think the miniature railway of Thomas and Friends, such as Rex, Bert, and Mike, the red, green, and blue steam engines, like those characters being made in if those characters were to be made in Z scale, I think that would be awesome though. And if that's the case, then yeah, that's the only reason I would get into Z scale, folks. Like the only thing, yeah, I would only get into Z scale I'll only get into Z scale, folks, only if Rex, Bert, and Mike, which are the miniature engines of Thomas and Friends, are to be made in a Z scale, since they're smaller than the narrow gauge characters like an N scale. So yeah, that would be cool if the three of them, Rex, Bert, and Mike, were made in Z scale, because those would be the only ones in Z scale I would be collecting, are on those ones. Maybe I would get some not related Thomas engines, some not related Thomas characters, or some not related Thomas items in Z scale maybe, but that's not I'm not promising that or anything though, because it's likely not going to happen. I would only be, yeah, the only Z scale ones I would be collecting are just Rex, Bert, and Mike. Only those ones, because if they were to make a Thomas Percy and lots of other characters in Z scale, that those ones in Z scale I will not be collecting. Only the Rex, Bert, and Mike in Z scale I would collect, since they're the miniature engines and they're a lot tinier than the N scale and the narrow gauge trains. So yeah, and then yeah, Z scale. So basically, yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Rex, Bert, and Mike, I don't think are ever going to be made in Z scale. I don't think it's going to happen. But yeah, so that I'm never collecting. And also too, the O scale, not related Thomas items. So since I'm only trying to find the one not related Thomas item in O scale of that Amtrak one to match my Amfleet cards, since I'm only trying to find that not related Thomas item in O scale, that after I find that one, and after I have collected the entire O scale collection of Thomas and Friends that I don't yet have though, that basically I may change my mind and want to collect a few more um O scale not related Thomas items and O scale maybe. If that's the case, even though I have some not related Thomas items in an O scale that I got from friends over the years, and even though I got the Polar Express set in O scale, the remote set that I have all the 6 add-on cars and the set to it, which is 9 cars total. Since I have that, yeah, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna be collecting that I'm gonna want to collect any not related Thomas items in O scale. Because for now, me collecting not related Thomas items in O scale still remains a no. Well, you never know. I could change my mind and all that. You never know. But for now, it remains a no, that one. And 2, folks, I'm gonna be what else was I gonna say? I'm also not gonna be collecting the large scale Bachmann collection of Thomas and Friends, and not collecting the large scale Lionel collection of Thomas and Friends. Both those large scale Thomas and Friends collections from Lionel and Bachmann, I will not be collecting. Those 2 large scale collections of Thomas and Friends from large scale, or no, like Bachmann large scale and a Lionel large scale. Those 2 Thomas collections from those I will not be collecting, as it's a 99% chance that I will not be collecting them. And same thing with 99% chance not collecting the not related Thomas items in large scale. And as for the opposite, it's a 1% chance that I will collect both Thomas collections of large scale and Bachmann and Lionel. That's a 1% chance I will collect it and change my mind. And same thing, it's a 1% chance that I will collect the not related Thomas items in large scale too, if something interests me. But mostly that's likely never to happen. But if I was to change my mind in like 10 or 20 years from now, like you never know, I might change my mind the next 10 or 20 years if I want to or not. But right now, folks, it remains a no, because I don't have the room for the large scale. So yeah, the large scale, you're never gonna see me collect at all. You will never see me collecting the large scale. So, but yeah, I could change my mind. You never know, folks. But right now, it remains a no. Yeah, and then the Lego trains. Lego trains are cool too, but I'm never getting into the Lego trains at all. Yeah, the Lego trains I'm never getting into. Same with collecting the Thomas items and the Thomas and Friends. Yeah, the entire Thomas and Friends collection of the Lego trains I will not be collecting, and I will not be collecting the not related Thomas items and the Lego trains as well, because that means I will not be collecting the entire Lego train collection. And yeah, and then the S scale, I will not be getting into the S scale at all, because I have no interest. And then also, once I start collecting, and as I'm gonna start collecting the N scale Bachmann collection of Thomas and Friends, so basically, since the goal for me is to find all the items in Bachmann HO scale and O scale Lionel of Thomas and Friends items, the whole entire collections that I do not yet have, that are discontinued, currently on sale, and coming out in the future. Yeah, discontinued, currently on sale, and coming out in the future. That just hopefully I find all of them though, because even though I don't find all the items though, like, I'm okay with it if I end up not finding all the items for both collections by collecting both of the entire collections and everything, where I have every single item. If I end up not being able to find all of them, like, that's okay by me and everything. Now that I'm getting into like N scale, like the HO narrow gauge of Scarloni and them, the whole entire collection, that'll be like fine by me. But if I end up, and if I get lucky one day to have all of them, have all the Thomas items in HO scale Bachmann and O scale Lionel and N scale Bachmann and HO narrow gauge of Scarloni in them, that whole entire collection, if I get lucky to have all the items, basically all 4 of the entire collections, where I have every single Thomas item, the ones that do count, that'll be a big celebration right there, and that's going to be one of my favorite videos to film. And yeah, I just can't wait for that day if it ever happens. And also too, what I will not be collecting too also, folks, is what the heck? Oh, I thought I heard some motorcycle. I'm like, what the heck? It's like it's wintertime outside. It's like 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 who rides a motorcycle in the wintertime? It's like 20 degrees outside, folks. But no, that sounded like someone was riding a motorcycle. Okay. Anyways, no, wait, is it? No, that's not a bumblebee. No, that's got to be some. No, that's got to be some motorcycle or whatever that is. All right. I'm just ignoring that. So, okay. Anyways, folks. So like I was saying, um, uh, oh wait, oh wait, no, it's the vacuum. Oh my god, I thought it was a motorcycle for a second, folks. No, that's the vacuum. No, somebody's like, no, it's my mom probably. No, my mom's vacuuming. No, it's no motorcycle, folks. That's my mom that's vacuuming the house. So yeah, back to business. What else? Yeah, no. So the Tomix N scale of Thomas and Friends. Yeah, so the entire Thomas and Friends N scale Tomix collection, the entire collection of that, I will not be collecting. I have no interest in collecting those. And because yeah, I think the Bachmann ones will be better, in my opinion. So yeah, and then yeah, there was a lot out there, folks, that I mean, in my last 30 or 32 videos that I posted, there was a lot out there that I got off my chest, folks. And and yeah, and also too, guys, I know I did mention in my last video or something like that, or something about the in the S scale video, or no, the one with, I forgot which one it was, but yeah, whichever one it was, yeah, I just don't know, guys, because I think there might be some other Thomas items out there in HL scale and O scale that I do not know of, though, that I do not yet have, though, that I just don't know if there's any other ones out there, because since I have my list and everything to keep track of all these items of the ones that I do not yet have and the ones that don't count that I don't need to get, because I already pretty much like have them and everything, whether I got them in a set or separately or whatever, things like that. And I don't know. So yeah, I just don't know, folks, about that or anything. But yeah. Yeah, I just don't know if there's any other HO and O scale Thomas items out there that I do not have on the list yet. On my list that I do not yet have, though, that I might not know of, though, because I'm not sure if there's any other Thomas O scale and HO items out there that I'm not aware of or anything, but I just don't know, because I know Bachmann and Hornby makes Thomas, but I don't know if there's any other HO or OO scale companies out there, because I know OO scale is the same thing as HO scale, because when I got the express coaches over there, the red express ones and the Gordon's uh ones, yeah, or you can call them like the green express coaches, I don't know, but no, just I just call them Gordon's coaches. But yeah, no, because yeah, when I got the express coaches, that it would say on the back like HOOO scale, or no, like OOHO scale. So to me, that they're both like the same size scale and everything. That OO scale is the same exact size as this right here, the HO. Even though that's easy Bachmann track. But yeah, so basically yeah, I don't know, folks, if there's any other like HO companies out there that used to make uh Thomas and Friends in HO scale, or if they still do. I don't know that. But yeah, I don't know if they do make any or not. I'm just not 100% sure. But yeah, if there's other companies out there, folks, in HO scale or O scale or whatever, or even N scale too, that if there's companies out there that I'm not aware of that used to make Thomas and those scales, or is currently making Thomas and those scales with their company and everything, like let me know in the comment section below, because I'm just like really not sure at all. But yeah, if there is, folks, if anybody says that there is some other HO and O scale companies out there that they used to are is making like Thomas and Friends items and everything, like engines, like rolling stocks, action figures, and all that scenery. Like if they are though, that I'm not gonna collect those at all. Rather, I look and see for myself, or I don't search at all to see if there is. That I'm just not, because either way I'm not gonna collect those at all. I'm just sticking with Bachmann for N scale and HO scale, and for Lionel I'm sticking with O scale, and everything else I'm not collecting. You guys already know what I am collecting and not collected, what I'm always sticking with and not going to stick with, and what are the possibilities. Because the Hornby Thomas characters, only the ones that were made in Hornby but never Bachmann, those are still possibilities though, as I may or may not collect them, but it's still big time remains a no right now. It remains a no as of now, because I'm willing to see what Bachmann's gonna do and see if they're gonna make those characters that only Hornby did make, but Bachmann never did in the past. So I'm just waiting to see if Bachmann's gonna make at least like half those characters they never made that Hornby only made, or maybe they'll make them all that Hornby made but that Bachmann never did. So we'll see what happens there. And yeah, I don't mean like Gordon, James, Thomas, like Percy, characters like that both Hornby and Bachmann made. I don't mean characters like that. I only mean the characters that only Hornby made but not Bachmann. So yeah, characters like that. And also too, I know I did mention too that since because now, yeah, hopefully Bachmann will make those characters that Hornby only made and never Bachmann did in the past. And hopefully Bachmann does, so then that way I don't have to worry about collecting the Hornby Thomas characters, only the ones that are only made in Hornby and not Bachmann, as they are pretty much discontinued, and I think nowadays hard to find. And if someone's like selling them, then yeah, they're like a lot of money and all that too. So yeah. And also too, so now let's say if Bachmann never makes those characters, then I will say too this, that if I end up collecting the Hornby characters that only were made in Hornby and not Bachmann, and that because one of them that I will be collecting in Hornby that only was made in Hornby and not Bachmann would be Spencer's special break coach. So that'll mean I'll have his special break coach in Hornby. Yeah, his special break coach in Hornby. I'll have a Spencer's, and also if I ever get the Gordon's Express set, that getting the Gordon's Express set's not gonna stop me from wanting to repaint either like the Gordon's composite brake coach that comes with the Gordon's Express set, or the one that I already have, that both are the 2005 or 6 versions. That's not gonna stop me from wanting to repaint the Gordon's composite brake coach that comes in the set. That's not gonna stop me from wanting to repaint Gordon's composite brake coach that comes with the Gordon's Express set that'll come with it. That won't stop me from doing that, because that one I will repaint into Spencer's special brake coach. So yeah, that and so yeah, so I could have it like that, and I could have Spencer's special break coach and Hornby at the same time. But yeah, and and with that said too, the Gordon's Express set not only repaint the Gordon's composite brake coach and dispenser special brake coach, but that coach that it also comes with, Gordon's composite coach, then that way I'll finally have an extra Gordon's composite coach from like the 2005 or 6 version to match it with my other 2006 Gordon's composite coach and 2006 Gordon's composite brake coach to like make it like even of like 12 cars and everything of an express coach from Thomas and Friends that I have, which I explained before. So, but basically though, what I'll say is that yeah, I have, you guys see over there, those are like the remakes from like 2019. So yeah, that's that, folks. And yeah, so hopefully I do find the items. Hopefully I do find all the items in HO scale and O scale, Lionel and Bachmann of Thomas and Friends that I do not yet have though, that do count. Hopefully I do find them all, because that's the goal though. I know I did explain other possibilities too, like how it could go and everything, what would be bigger and everything, but mostly guys, I don't have to explain it though, because everybody knows the biggest one will be if I have all the items, meaning the whole entire collection of HO scale Bachmann of Thomas and Friends and O scale Lionel of Thomas and Friends that I do not yet have both those collections, and same with Thomas and Friends the N scale Bachmann collection as well, and the HO narrow gauge Thomas collection of Scarloni in them. So if I end up having all four, if I end up getting all four of all the entire collections of every single item in those four collections, that means I will have completed all four of the entire collections that I have every single character, item, rolling stock, everything, you name it, and every four of those collections. That'll be the biggest celebration right there. So yeah, that's the goal for me right there. And yeah, if I end up not finding all of them and I end up not getting them all, then that's okay by me though. That there won't be no harm to that. Like, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, but still, it's always going to be a dream and goal for me. It would just be really nice to have all of them and all those scales of Thomas. So yeah, just the only Thomas ones and those scales I will not be collecting. The only ones I will not be collecting of Thomas are the ones that I pretty much already have, and that don't count though. But basically, even though like there are a couple items that I know, since there are a couple items that basically I would have considered as a would not have count though, but the Thomas and Friends special set, the deluxe one that comes with Thomas, Annie, Clarabelle, and Sir Topham Harold and Birdie of the Bachmann brands, and the Gordon's Express set, those two I would have put on my don't count list, but as I already have them all and everything, and already have the Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle set that I had as my first HO set years ago, and I already have a Gordon engine and his composite coach and composite brake coach that are both 2006 versions that come with the Gordon's Express set. But honestly, those ones are different though, because the only reason why I have those two on my list as I do not have them though, it's because with the Gordon's Express set, since I have a composite coach of Gordon's and a composite brake coach of Gordon's that are both 2006 versions, and a Gordon Engine 2 that I got all separately years ago, that I figure, you know what, with the Gordon's Express set has always been a childhood dream for me to find for years. So I figure for me to find an extra coach, extra Gordon's composite coach of like the 2005 or 6 version, so I match it with my other 2006 Gordon's composite coach and 2006 Gordon's composite brake coach, to basically find myself an extra Gordon's 2005 or 2006 version of like his like composite coach. Like the way to do that would be to like get the Gordon's Express set, so that I can get an extra 2005 or 6 version of Gordon's composite coach, whatever version it is, and the Gordon's Express. So yeah, I get that in the set, and I also get another Gordon's composite brake coach, and that Gordon's composite brake coach, I would repaint that one into Spencer's special brake coach, as Bachmann has never made it though, and I'm hoping Bachmann still makes it though. And if they do, I don't know if they do make Spencer's special brake coach, which I don't think they will, then yeah, I'm still getting the Gordon's Express set no matter what though. Then I just figure out some other plans with the Gordon's composite brake coach that'll come in the Gordon's Express set. I'll just figure out some other plans with it too. Maybe repaint it into like something else, make it custom made or something. I don't know. Yeah. So either way, how that goes, that. Yeah, now if Bachmann doesn't make Spencer's special brake coach in Bachmann, and I end up getting one of the Hornby characters, even Spencer's special brake coach in Hornby, that Bachmann's never made, then yeah, if I do, that still won't stop me from getting the Gordon's Express, so I can repaint that Gordon's composite brake coach into his special brake coach of Spencer. So yeah, and also with the set too, yeah, so also in the Gordon's Express set, it'll come with a Gordon engine, so that'll mean I'll have 2 Gordon engines, and it'll come with more track. So yeah, that's basically the reasons why I want to get the Gordon's Express set. So yeah, and now with the Thomas and Friends Special Deluxe set, that comes with Thomas, Annie, Clarabelle, and Sir Topham had the Bachmann figures of Sir Topham Hatt, Bertie the Bus, and Harold the Helicopter. Those ones, folks. Yeah, so like, I know you can buy those separately. The Sir Topham Hatt, Harold the Helicopter, and Bertie the Bus separately. You can buy those Bachmann figures of Thomas separately, but honestly, I don't want to do it that way, because even though I already have the Thomas with Annie and Clarabelle set that comes with a Thomas engine, Annie and a Clarabelle coach, that I figure, you know what, I would honestly I honestly wouldn't mind having, cause I honestly wouldn't mind getting that set, because A, it comes with more track, and B, it'll come with a Thomas engine, even though I have a lot of Thomas HO engines, and C, something like that. Like, since I have one Annie coach or one Clarabelle coach that came with the Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle set that I had as my first HO scale set years ago, that honestly I wouldn't mind if I had a second Annie and a second Clarabelle. Like, since the Annie and Clarabelle comes with that set, that Thomas and Friends Deluxe Special set. Yeah, basically, since it does it, yeah, I would not mind having another one of them though. It won't cause any harm or anything, like no damage to like my collection, like no harm to my trains at all, like nothing like that at all. Because I just thought too, because so yeah, that's why I want to collect. So that's why I rather collect the Thomas and Friends Special Deluxe set, even though I have a Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle that I got in the Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle set. The Thomas with Annie and Clarabelle set, they came with the circle track, as that was my first HO scale set years ago that I got. Sometime I'll post a video too and show you guys when I first got it. And yeah, basically the reason, yeah, even though I have the Thomas with Annie and Clarabelle set, and that the Thomas and Friends Special Deluxe set that comes with the Annie, Clarabelle, and a Thomas engine, along with Bachmann figures of Sir Topham Hatt, Harold the Helicopter, and Bertie the Bus, because I don't want to get the Bachmann figures of Harold, Birdie, and Sir Topham Hatt separately. No, I don't want to get them separately. I rather get them at the same time, like in the set though. And why though? Because I rather get them in the set of the Thomas and Friends Special Deluxe set, and B, it comes with more track too, and then I'll have more track. And C, it'll come with another Thomas HO engine, even though I have a lot of Thomas HO engines. And C or D, whatever one I said, I forgot. And then the other one too is that'll mean that I'll get another Annie and Clarabelle, since it also comes with Annie and Clarabelle. Because like I said, I don't mind having I wouldn't mind having 2 Annies and 2 Clarabelles, because now that I think of it, folks, that like I said before, that me getting the Gordon's Express set, that when I do get the Gordon's Express set, that I'm getting it so I could find, because that's always been a childhood dream for me to find for years, was that one. So the Gordon's Express set, so I could find myself it basically I would definitely have myself an extra Gordon's composite coach from like 2005 or 2006, whatever version now that coach is and everything. That way I'll have an extra coach like that to match it with my other composite Gordon's coach. That's a 2006 version, and also my 2006 Gordon's composite brake coach. That way I'll have like 3 cars total for that. And then for the Gordon's composite brake coach, that'll come with that Gordon's Express set as well. That one I'll repaint into, and I'm definitely still planning to, because I think I still feel like I want to repaint that into a Spencer Special brake coach. So yeah, I'm still gonna do that. I'm still gonna repaint the Gordon's composite brake coach that'll come with the set into Spencer Special brake coach.